How to do product research as a complete newbie, as a complete beginner. In this video, I'm going to give you a step-by-step process that's very, very simple to follow. Hello everyone, it's Sajad, Stealth Amazon FBA. I remember when I first started, I found product research software very overwhelming. There were just too many options, too many filters. I didn't know which stuff was important, which stuff to ignore, and I didn't know why I was using some of these filters or some of these data points. And that's why I'm going to simplify it for you. It's easy for me to say now because I'm so familiar with all of the product research software, but it's important for me to remember what it was like when I first got started. So what's the first step of this process? The first thing to understand is there's two separate parts. One is coming up with a product, so product finding ideas or strategies, and the second part is product appraisal. So two separate parts there. The first step is to come up with a product idea. Now you may already have an idea. You may have spoken to some friends and family. You may already be selling some products in a brick and mortar store, etc. So that part might not be an issue for you. But if you don't have an idea, or even if you have one anyway, I would still say use these techniques to find more ideas. You don't need to just be settled on one product. It's best to have between 3 to 5 different options before you make that first purchasing decision, because you want to compare the pros and cons to all of these different products. That's how you do business. You never just stick on kind of one idea. You give yourself a few different options. And this is where the product research software comes in. So the first one is Jungle Scout. What we do here with Jungle Scout is very, very simple. All we do is we use the product research software, the Jungle Scout database, and we use that to find products. For let's say, for example, you're in the UK. What you can do here is you can choose a particular category. Let's say it's sports and outdoors. You click on that, and then you can add filters. For example, what's your price of product, the number of reviews, etc. So let's just for argument's sake, say you're looking for a product that does a minimum of 2,000 in revenue, and you just want it to be a sports and outdoors product because you're really into that type of thing and you have knowledge about that. You have a bit of passion, you'll enjoy it, you'll enjoy differentiating the product, etc. Then what you need to do is add price. I would say add a minimum price anywhere from 10 to 12 pounds. So I'd say 12 gives you enough margin where you're launching the product, etc. And we don't want to be too competitive. So let's put max reviews for one particular product. Let's say we want to find one listing that is doing good sales with only a handful of reviews. So let's put some random number here like 18. Now, don't worry about these filters. You can use your own, but this is just to give you an example. And then you click on the search button. And what this database software is doing is it's looking for products for us. A lot of products we wouldn't have never considered actually selling in this niche. So, and the other thing you can do is you can actually then sort it, for example, by monthly revenue. Let's say if you have a bigger budget, you click on monthly revenue, and it starts there with the highest revenue products. A lot of these might be branded products. You have to be a bit careful about that, but you can see everything here. Stuff here doing 80, 90,000 pounds a month with only a handful of reviews. So there's no excuse really. If you can't think of a product idea, you don't need to think of one. Use the product research software to help you. Now we could actually go further and we can filter this further into lighter products, but I'm just illustrating the point. The first step, find an idea for a product. So this will give you some ideas. So you can actually jot some of these ideas down, or directly, if you click on this button here, you can actually open up that product listing on Amazon. For example, I just clicked on this one, this smart insole with golf for Android, so some sort of app to help with your swing or something. And by the way, just before I carry on, if you're enjoying the video, please click the like button and comment below. It really helps me out here on YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell icon if you're new as well, because that way you'll get notified when I release new Amazon tutorials. This is a new product, so this could potentially be a niche. People are using these types of products to analyze how well they're doing with their golfing swing. Now, if you play golf or you're interested in it, this would be a perfect one for you to research further, or research the golfing niche further to see what products are doing well in that niche at the moment. This one's doing particularly well because it could be doing around 25,000. Look, the other thing is, don't get too bogged down in that number. If that number is 25,000, or if it's 20,000, or if it's 30,000, what difference does it make? It's still a very good revenue figure, and it still means you need at least 100 units of that product to make sure you're stocked. So a difference of 10% here or there doesn't really matter. It's clearly making sales, and it's clearly a product that you can actually pursue. And also understand that this particular product, we don't know, tomorrow it might do 9 sales, the day after 5, the day after 15. How can we accurately predict the future? We don't have a time machine. So this product research software is just giving you an idea of how sales have been over the last few weeks as an estimate. And that's all you ever need in business. You need a decent estimate, and that's good enough to prove that this has good demand and it's a potential product. So you need to list all of these products and then go into the next step of the process. So this is using Jungle Scout. You can do the same thing on Helium 10. And I've got discounted links to both software below in the description. So here you use Black Box and we're looking for products. Again, amazon.co.uk. Let's search for the same category. And if your budget stretched to it, you may as well actually just purchase both types of product research software. You might only need it for a month or two whilst you research products anyway. You don't necessarily need it long term, although I prefer Helium 10 because you can use a lot of the other tools and they will help you when it comes to actually listing your product. So that's my personal preference there. But in terms of product research potential, both software I would say is pretty much even in my opinion. So again, the filters, just add 2,000 as monthly revenue. Minimum price 12, let's put reviews at 18. Let's do some of the similar kind of filters there. And then you don't need to worry about any of the advanced ones, just click on search. And it says 200 plus products. So in future, what we can do is we can add further filters as well if we want to. But again, all I'm doing is looking through the list, looking at products I've never come across before or anything that seems quite interesting. And again, you can sort this by revenue if you want to. So let me just do that now. Let's click on revenue. Now it's sorted by highest revenue. And you can see these t-shirts, some of them are doing £300,000 a month. So let's scroll a bit down because we want to get away from clothing. So let me skip a few pages. And I come across this one because I wasn't exactly sure what this was. 2 times clothing proofer. So I opened up the listing, have a look through this part of the research, find out what it is. This might be stuff people haven't come across, a new invention in a niche potentially. So this is some sort of clothing wash and repel. It doesn't even explain it well in the listing, to be honest with you. So it's probably a branded product, but that means there may be other products that you can launch that are very, very similar. So this is for waterproof apparel, maximizes breathability. So some sort of a liquid that actually helps with your waterproof jackets and other products. Maybe maintains the quality of them, keeps them clean, keeps them smelling fresh, antibacterial, etc. And you can find out more by obviously reading the description. It says it will ensure your clothes and sleeping bags remain breathable and water repellent. So that's a great product idea. So you can put that down somewhere and you can then research it further. So that's using both Jungle Scout and Black Box. That's the first step, product finding ideas. Try and find 10, 20, 30 ideas. The second step is product appraisal. Now this is the harder step. This is where we actually try and identify whether this is actually a product we would go after. This takes a little bit more effort because it's not only the revenue here. You need to consider, let's say this is doing 20,000. What is the weight of the product? Is it something you can source by, for example, air shipping? Do you need sea shipping? That revenue is 20,000, which means you might need 8,000 just to stock that product for a month. Do you have 8,000 to invest right now in a new product? If not, better go for another product that has a little bit less in terms of revenue, so you don't quickly sell out of your product. The other problem with this type of niche is when you're looking at the higher revenue figures, very likely you're gonna spend a little bit more in promoting your product. Again, you might not be ready for that right now. Maybe leave this product idea to further down the line. The other things you need to consider, are you allowed to sell this product on Amazon? You need to check that. Are you allowed to sell this type of liquid? Can you actually sell in the sports and outdoors niche? Now I know in the UK you are able to, but it's still your due diligence. You need to check these things. The next thing, am I encroaching on somebody else's trademark or patent or something like that? Again, something you need to check. One quick way to verify it is to find similar products already doing sales on Amazon, and it's very similar types of products. So if they're already selling with no issues, then it increases the probability you're not going to get issues. But even that is not 100%. You should still check with various trademarking organizations. You can do a quick search for that product to see what they are covering exactly. And the next thing to consider as well, we're here on the listing, is what are the profit margins? What is the actual price? So you've got the revenue calculators here. For example, you could use Helium 10, Jungle Scout, etc. You've got the selling prices, you've got the Amazon fees, and you need to type in it, what is your supplier saying door to door? What is the cost per product? So let's say it's something like, let's put £9. So if it's £9, we know what our net profit is, and we can then consider whether this is adequate to go after. Now, in terms of return on investment, I would say a minimum, absolute minimum of 50%. Ideally, if you can find a product that does 100% or more ROI on your target price, not your launch price, your target price, then you're doing well. Just understand when you launch your product, you might sell it for cheaper just to get the ball rolling. So the next steps to kind of appraising this niche is you need to actually find the keywords for that product. There's a few ways you can actually do it, but one of the best ways is to take this ASIN number and do a reverse ASIN search, and you can use Helium 10 for that. And for this tool, you want to click on keyword research and Cerebro, reverse ASIN lookup. And then you can actually just pop it into here, that same ASIN, and click get keywords. Then if I scroll down, I can see the most popular keywords. I can sort it by search volume by clicking on that button. And then I can see it's popping up for random searches as well, but these might not be the most appropriate for that particular product. So again, I don't want to go into this in too much depth, but the other thing you can look at here is what is the rank of that product for that particular search. You want the rank to be particularly high. So what you can actually do is you can filter further. You want the organic rank, let's say, to be max 5 or something, and then click on search again. And another way you can do it is here, you just click on the organic rank button or sponsored rank, and then you see more relevant keywords, like for example, waterproof coat washing detergent, waterproof coat wash, etc. And you want to potentially go for the ones with higher search volume or with Amazon's choice badge, waterproof spray coat, something like that. So if you click on that, it opens up that particular search, and then it's for you to check, are these similar types of products? Yes, these are, that protect waterproof kind of rain jackets, etc. And then you need to analyze this niche further, and that's where you'll use the Chrome extensions, for example Helium 10. What you want to do is you want to see whether there's other sellers here doing well, whether there's sellers selling similar products, and also the products that you see, are they patented, are they branded products, or are they FBA sellers actually offering this? And you can see if you scroll to the right there, it says whether it's an FBA product or whether it's Amazon selling, for example. So that's a very good sign. And if you just hover over some of these, you can see it's quite a simple, small product. So it has some potential, but this is all part of the product appraisal process. These are the next steps you need to take when searching for a product. That's where you use the Chrome extension when it comes to product appraisal. And where you use the product research software like Blackbox or Jungle Scout's web app, that's to come up with new ideas. Like this is a product I never would have thought of on my own, even if I had experience in this niche generally. So that's why you need to do both steps. So I would say try and get 10 to 20 product ideas, and then try and appraise and find the best 3 products. Then do pros and cons for those 3 in terms of profit margins, ease of launch, the weight of the product, how easy it might be to actually make a very good listing, the demand for that particular product, how easy it will be for you to stock that product and restock, and then make an informed decision. Again, it's not going to be perfect, but the best out of those 3, that will be the one you will pursue. The other 2 you won't forget about. Once you're doing well on Amazon, you can always launch those products at a later date. So again, a reminder, look for product ideas, then identify what are the main keywords for that product, and then do the product appraisal using the Chrome extensions, and then finalize 3 products and then order one. That is the entire process. And it doesn't, like I'm just here talking about a couple of products here. This doesn't need to take months and months. You can do all of this within a day for one particular product if you have a good 2, 3, 4 hours of time to invest. And there should be no excuse not to invest that time. You can spread it out over a week if you want to. But you can see when you click a couple of buttons, the software is doing the hard work, not you. The software is doing the hard work, calculating the margins, not you. Where you will come in is when you actually have to email the suppliers. But again, you can use templates on Alibaba to send the same request to 20 different suppliers by the click of a button. So you don't have to do it one by one. Once you come up with a template, you never need to write a new email or message on Alibaba by yourself again. The thing with online business is use automation to speed up the process. If you have any questions about Amazon product research, please just comment below. And also, our comprehensive training program is the second link in the description below if you're interested. We are running a promotion at the moment, so you can use the coupon code, which is also below in the description, to get an extra discount. Thanks very much for listening.